to review.
Okay, let me see. Yeah, at the last minute, I switched my computer, so I just move my file over here. That's why I haven't got it started. Okay, now. Okay, can everybody see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Okay, my name is David Chen, and the topic today is enhance your influence. And I was a co-founder of a company called Cooper and Chen Technology, and later it was acquired by Cadence. And I was fellow and the VP of engineering of Cadence. If you haven't heard about Cadence, Cadence is an EDA company, and so its product is very important in designing chips. And in the recent trade war, some high-end Cadence product was forbid to be sold to China. So that's how important that product is. It's in the electronic design automation. So it's being used to design many high-end chips. And so I was engineer, I was an entrepreneur, and I'm mentor now. And I also was as a certified facilitator of a class called Journey to Intimacy. So this class is more about relationship, communication between the intimate people. So, and today's presentation would derive quite a lot of content from that class. Okay. So when I said enhance the inference, we have to understand what is inference. And I always like the quote from John Maxwell, who is the author of many books. He actually used to be a pastor, and he was very successful in training disciples. And so people start to ask him to write books about leadership. Okay, and this is one of his quote: "The true measure of leadership it is influence, nothing more, nothing less." So this shows how if you try to be a leader, you have to understand what influence is and how to improve that. Okay. And so influence is not only your title, your position, or people being ordered to take your command. It's not only that you are in a manager role or you are in a controlling position. So when I heard that, I think it's Henry said he tried to become a manager. We have to know that your influence does not completely come from your position. Okay. There are many factors in shaping your influence. Okay, but today I will only focus on two of them. It's one. The first part is about yourself, and then the second part is about the relationship. Who you know. Okay, and certainly there are many other part, like the knowledge you have, the intuition. Many times that plays a very key role in how you make your decision, right? And then the experience, your past success, your ability. But I want to emphasize today, I will only focus on your character and the relationship, and particularly on the relationship part, which is what several people try to hope to get from this class, from this B Circle class. Okay. So let's talk about you. Jesus said that take my yoke upon you and learn from me, for I'm gentle and humble in heart, and you will find rest for your souls. Okay. Well, first of all, I try to clarify, because many people actually don't quite understand why. What does it mean for Jesus to say, "Take my yoke"? And my understanding is that in the Middle East, the yoke on the two cows is like this. So I believe when Jesus says, "Take my yoke," he himself is one of the stronger one. And normally people put the baby cow on the other part of the yoke, so the youngster can learn from the mother how to work on the yoke. So this is I believe this is what Jesus means. So he wants us to learn from him, and what he wants us to learn: gentle and humble in heart. And by doing that, we will find rest for our souls. Okay, this might be counterintuitive for many people, especially in the workplace environment. Sometimes we were taught that we need to be aggressive, we need to be overwhelming. Okay, but actually that's not what Jesus said, and I believe Jesus is right. Okay, he is the smartest person we ever know. Okay, and then the other one is that whatever we do is in the Matthew 16 here. I sent you forth as sheep in the midst of wolves. But therefore wise as serpents and harmless as doves, but beware of men. So Jesus also wants us, be wise, but be harmless. We shouldn't never have the heart or the mind which try to hurt people. But on the other hand, we need to be beware of men, because people certainly are, there are many kind of people. So we need to be wise that, in Chinese, there's a saying say, we shouldn't have the mind of hurting people, but we should not having the mind of beware of people, be defensive. Okay, this is probably not very easy to translate, but for those who knows Chinese knows what I'm talking about. So basically, we need to be nice, good people, good in heart. So this is the about the characters of being humble, being gentle, being faithful, being patient. These are actually, they are all mentioned. I think in the Beatitudes, it's mentioned there. And we also have the 9 fruits of Holy Spirit, which is a good example for what we are supposed to be. Okay. Many people say, no, this doesn't work in the workplace. But I found in a world that people doesn't trust each other, when you are a trustworthy people, actually you have some advantage. Okay, so this is about this part. That's a very quick on yourself. I just want to emphasize that just be a good person. Don't think evil, and don't do evil thing. I remember Google used to have a company motto, say "Do no evil." I think that's a very good one, but I think they might have lost it. Okay, now we get to the part which I want to emphasize, which is about the relationships, who we know. Okay, the previous one is about ourselves, but here it's relationship between more than one person. And I want to emphasize here is that influence is earned. Influence is earned. It's not just your when you have a position, then you automatically get it. In Chinese, there's a saying called suddenly I forget what I was going to say. Anyway, okay. What you want to is
Sorry, David, Coach David, did you mean 有关系就没关系那一句？Not exact.
I actually have that statement later on. Yeah, thank you. But the one I want is that which says that people when they are in front of you, they seems to be obedient, but in the back, they just don't do what you ask them to do. Okay. Anyway, so which means that if you don't have the real influence on people, that's what you get. You may think that people will follow your instruction, but actually, and they probably say yes, okay, but they just don't do it. Okay. So what you want is to earn people's heart, to earn people's respect. Okay. to earn their permission to permit themselves to follow you. That's a very strange statement, but that's what you want to earn. Meaning people respect you. And there's a chart here. There's a chart here which is from John Maxwell's book. The inference here, the first level is position, or you seems to have the right to ask people to do things. But the higher level is permission. That's where this permission comes from. And to have that, you have to have the relationship. People follow you because they want to. Because they want to. They see the value. Okay, now we see Robin is on screen now. Okay.
Yeah, finally, I'm back home.
Okay, great. Yeah, welcome showing up here. Okay. So talking about relationships, we all know we have all kinds of relationship in all kinds of environments, like relationship at the workplace. You have boss, you have coworker, you may have subordinates. And in the family, we have spouse, we have parents, we have children. Society, we have friends, relatives. But the question is that, do you have influence on these people? And do you want to improve your relationship with them? Particularly the key ones, the key relationships, like spouse, like your boss, or even your co-workers. Okay, and this is the statement that one of our students just mentioned. In Chinese, 有关系就没关系，没关系就有关系。It's talking about relationship. Or if you have good relationship, then everything will be okay. And if you don't have good relationship, everything will be hard. Okay. That's using double meaning of these words here. Okay. So now we get to the important part of today's talk. Do we want to improve our relationship with people who we really care? Okay. Let me move my view. Can I move my view? Okay. I have this chart here, which is called elements for forging positive relationships. And it's a two-dimensional thing. On one side, it's the conscious part. And on the other side is the subconscious part. Subconscious part meaning, you didn't really think about to act in certain way, but you just do it. It just come out as your natural behavior. Okay, and today I will also talk more about this, because this part is most of the people does not realize, and it can be improved. So it comes back to the conscious part. There are many workshops, seminars talking about some skills that you can learn and to improve your communication skill. Most people say is be a good listener, and then be a good speaker. That you speak the words which help the relationship. Okay, I will emphasize on the listening part, but then I will jump into the subconscious part. Spend more time there. So listening and the speaking, there are skills that we if we are aware of it, we probably can help it. There's a verse here in James that my dear brothers and sisters, take note of this. Everyone should be quick to listen, slow to speak, and slow to become angry. Okay, so here it's certainly emphasize, the importance of to listen, and then secondary is the speaking. Okay, so about the listening, I believe most of us have heard about empathetic listening, 同理心的听 empathy. Okay, listening with empathy, which is to have the you can feel what people feel. Okay, and here I use the 3R. How do we listen with empathy? The most basic level is that if you heard something, try to repeat it. That's the first R. That's the most basic one. But I would like to say that even the basic skill, most people does not do it. Most people does not practice it. Okay. Always repeat what you heard. First by doing this, you can verify that what you heard was really what the other person said. Okay, and when you do that, people know that you have been paying attention and you listened. Okay, but a higher level skill is to rephrase, which means that you heard people saying something. You can use your word to rephrase it. To say the same meaning, but use different words. And maybe your words will be even more precise than that person wants to present. Because there are many people who actually doesn't have the vocabulary to express themselves. Okay, so if you later on, I will have some examples of the vocabulary that you can use to express all kinds of emotions, and so I hope that will also help you that you can have a richer vocabulary, so you can rephrase and more precisely represent what people really want to say. Okay, and then the even higher level is represent. Represent meaning this person, you can tell, from his eagerness to say things, but he just cannot. Okay, I believe we all know some people, or some kids. Some kids, they have limited vocabulary. And so they have a strong emotion. They are very angry, but they just cannot say it. And so if you can represent them, you use your word, you understand their body language, you know the situation they were in, and what they try to express the reaction they have to what just happened. If you can say what they try to say, that's already a very comforting thing for them. And I would say you actually win their heart, when you can do this. Okay, so I again listening with empathy. If you try to practice this, you will. Okay, Henry raised the hand. Do you have something to ask, Henry?
Yes, thank you. So this is something I needed to improve: slow to speak, quick to listen. Sometimes in my working environment, people speak very fast in English and respond very fast. And for me, I pray to God to guide me to have these skills, but it looks like I'm not ready to have these skills yet. I'm more focused. But the corporate environment is very dynamic.
Yes. So to be a good listener needs to practice. And you can use your friends, to practice this. So, if this become a habit to repeat what people just said, or to rephrase, or even to represent, if it becomes your habit, then when you face your boss or your co-workers, it will automatically come out. Okay. Practicing not just this, you have to enrich your vocabulary, because here you are doing some saying. Okay. And I don't have a slide for speaking, but I found that in terms of the speaking part, it's always a good strategy to ask questions. You may have some opinion about something, but just don't just say it. You can ask. Is this what you mean? I have found when I do that, it's very people receive it well. Okay. So now next slide. Okay. Now I want to get into this subconscious part. Scientists have proved that there's an emotional switch in our brain. Actually, nowadays with more knowledge in the artificial intelligence, and now the artificial intelligence actually is doing some neural emulation, and there it actually proved that there's some central switch. If you see the AI learning machine, LLM model, you will see there's switch, and then go to the next level, then go to next level. It has something to do with the switch, or In the AI, they call it the weight. Okay. And so certainly there the weight is not 0 and 1 or 1 and 0. It's a percentage thing. And we will see that in the example I'm going to show. But the simple model here about our brain is that, when there's stimulation comes in, our brain actually has a switch to decide. So this is in the Wikipedia. It is demonstrated that the amygdala was involved in evaluating the trustworthiness of an individual. Okay, and that will explain a lot of our daily behavior. I have a question to ask here. Do you get defensive at someone easily, or someone near you get defensive at you easily? Here, I think I want to take a survey here. Do anyone get defensive at someone? Some of you are close one easily, defensive, or get mad at someone easily. No.
I think when I was young, I think because my pride, so I was easy to get defensive from others. Then I have a thicker skin, so I don't really get, because I feel like I don't take things personally. Sometimes some people, it's just their personality. It's nothing to do with me. Some people just mean. So that's one thing. Another thing is I learned from my life experience. I try to use the I statement instead of you, because that's how I kind of previously, when I was young, people get offensive because when I spoke, I'm outspoken person, and it's not what I say, it's the way I say make difference. So when I learn to use I statement, so I express myself, and then in the same time, I don't makes other people feel defensive. That's my sharing. Thanks.
Yeah. When you express things saying that's my feeling, then it's less offensive to people, right? Yeah. Okay. Now let's go back to the share screen. Okay.
Robin has a question here.
Robin, yes.
Oh,
yeah.
By the way, it's another question. I just want to share what I have. And just like Jing said, when you are young, you get defensive, easily. You mean that I am still young. I mean, it really depends who I am talking with. And if I'm talking to someone who get defensive easily, and I will immediately become defensive. I mean, if I talk with someone who is open-minded, I will be open-minded too, right? But it really depends on the scenario. But for most of the time, I'm open-minded. But if I meet someone and he is so defensive, and I cannot get rid of him, and I need to, sometimes you need to walk with someone who is get defensive easily. Probably I will get defensive easily. Yeah, that's what I want to share.
Thank you. Yeah. Okay. Okay, let me share my screen. Screen share. How come I cannot share now?
No, your screen
We can
is shared
see the
already.
slide. Yes.
Yeah, we can see the slides. No worry. Just go to the next slide, please.
Yeah, you are sharing. Yeah, good.
Good. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, so it's the view which is occupying my screen. No, I can't. My screen. Oh, okay.
David, can I also chip in 2 key points here?
Sure.
I try to answer the response some good discussion here. I think subconsciously, sometimes it's regarding the inner part of yourself. So I do see we come from different culture, but working in United States. Okay, so you've been training, you've been set up the system to different Asia culture, but you're working in different company, but the mainstream culture and also subculture of your company. So when you handle something, the interaction, you subconsciously, according to your original, for example, Chinese culture, to handle something. So you have very defensive way, a very systematic way to handle in United States culture, enterprise. So this is one of that. So you create some conflict. Secondly, subconsciously is because your original family, your daddy, your mommy set you up before 12 years old. You already know how to handle interaction with the people, among people. So you already been set up by your daddy and mommy. So you always have different way to interact with people. So I chip in 2 points here.
Right.
Cultural and original family. Okay.
Right.
Thank you.
Right. Thank you. And in Howard's class, I believe he will talk about the influence from the original family, right? Yeah. Okay, so now this is important to understand ourselves. When some stimulation comes in our brain, we will interpret this as friendly, or we will interpret as an enemy. And our reaction, the important thing is that even though it's the same stimulation, even if it's the same stimulation, depends on how our subconscious switch, which means we actually, our subconsciously already classify this person as an enemy, who always picking on me. And this one, the other one, who is a friend, he always like to joke, those kind of things. So it depends on how our brain switch. If for the same stimulation, if we interpret it, if our brain, especially the subconscious part, interpret it as friend, then we choose to be friendly, to try to play with them. If our switch turn to the enemy, then we become defensive. So in a relation, in our real life relationship, it may not be 0 and 1, friend or enemy, but we do have people, we whenever they start talking to us, we raise up our defense, because from the past experience, we know that, he probably is going to criticize me. Okay, but for some other people, you don't do that. So this is important, because once we understand what is controlling us in our subconscious, in our reaction to people, then we know that we can try to improve that. We can try to change this switch. Okay, that's the main point I want to bring out today. So now I want to show you one picture. Why? Interesting. Why doesn't? Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. Now, how many people see the place are bottom up, and how many are seeing it top down, and how many of it at some point seeing it as bottom up, and then suddenly it become bottom top down. I want to do a survey here. Okay, you can look at this picture several times, or start by looking at it from the upper right corner, and then later try to look at it from the lower left corner. Okay. So Robin raised his hand again. You have something to say, Robin?
Yeah. Initially, when I look at all the plays, they are up down. When I look at them again, it's like a normal. But
right.
Then I look at it again, and sometimes it up and down. I mean, it is switching.
Right. So you use the word switching, right? So I use this. I use this picture to illustrate that our brain really has a switch there, right? It's not our consciousness that to decide whether it is bottom up or it's top down. Okay, in our brain, it just determines that. And now with more knowledge about how the AI work, I'm more convinced that that's the way our brain work. Anyone? Let me stop sharing, and then how do I? Wait a minute. Okay, stop share. Now I want to do a survey. Can you raise your hand? Did you experience what Robin just said, that you actually see it back and forth, or you just see one pattern all the time? Okay, those who actually see the pattern changes, can you raise your hand? You can physically do that. Okay, so and there are some hands on the screen. So actually, quite a lot. Okay. So does that mean that we can always trust our brain? Can we always say what we see is definitely the truth? I think that's a good question to put in everybody's mind. Okay. So what I just did here is that I proved that our brain actually has a switch which can toggle back and forth, particularly when the patterns have the weight, maybe around 50-50 to be this way and the other way, then our brain can actually, probability wise, it may be 50-50, but our brain will have a conviction saying, oh, that's bottom up, or that's top down. Okay. So now, for the things which may not be 100% in our mind, we can think that's 100%. So I think that's the point that I would like to make. Okay. Actually, some explanation for that is that when our brain determined that, okay, the lights come from the left, then you probably see it as the bottom up, because some of the shadow here enhance your conclusion about that. Oops. But if our brain is convinced that the light comes from the right side, particularly when you look at these two balls here, it seems quite obvious that the light comes from the right. Then it forces everything else to be under that kind of conclusion. Okay. So now here, what I want to emphasize is that if we have one impression or one prejudice about a person, we tend to believe that that's 100%. This is a guy who always picking on me. Okay. But the important thing here is that we have to understand ourselves, that even though when we feel that way, this guy is a bad guy, it's still not 100%. Okay, I believe that's the lesson, or that's the idea that I would like to put in everyone's mind. Don't be so sure, particularly about one person, about how you can categorize him or her. Okay. I always like this verse, Proverb 21:1. The king's heart is a stream of water in the hand of the Lord. He turns it wherever he will. So many times, in Chinese we say 一念之间, 一念之间. That's the switch. When the switch toggle to one side, you would all your thinking will be following that train of thought. And then if the switch toggle to the other side, you actually think completely the other way. And the God can actually change people's mind. Okay. So I kind of using this to also prove that there is a switch in our brain. Okay, now so by the way, the material, the picture of the brain and the switch, that material was from the class I also taught in the journey to intimacy. Okay, in Chinese it's called 亲密之旅, 亲密之旅 by Dr. Huang Weiren. Okay. Now, in the journey to intimacy class, basically that class is try to improve the relationship between spouses, or between the people who are very intimate. But I also find it's also useful in any relationship, in your workplace relationship, in your relationship with the kids. Okay, and I believe now I prove that for every person in our relationship, we probably has already prejudice to position this person in a hostile person or a friendly person. But for those, you already put them in the hostile category. I want to bring good news to you is that it can be changed. Even it's already in your subconsciousness, but it can be changed. That is what the class of the journey to intimacy wants to emphasize. When you want to improve the relationship with somebody, you have to first change your prejudice about that person. And the way to do it is that you have to build up your goodwill. Okay. And certainly to do this is to be sincere, to be real. Okay. There are two key things to improve that. The first one is you praise that person for who they are. That's the being part. They are just this person. And how you can find some sincere words which you can use to praise them. Okay. So when you try to do that, you will find, maybe I really can find a few words which is positive about them, even though you probably right now you in your subconscious you don't like this person. You think everything he represents, everything he say, everything he is bad. But if you try to find words to praise him, then you may be surprised that anyone has some good part, good side. Okay. In the journey to intimacy, they have the practice that you look into the other person's eyes, and then you hold their hands, and then you say the praise to them. But I found that in most of our relationships, we cannot do that. The other person is not going to come with us to a class to practice this praise and thank. But I found you can practice this by yourself. For any person who you don't like, try to find some words that you sincerely believe that he deserves it. He deserves this positive praise. And then the second part, certainly is thanks. Thank people for what they do. Okay, express thank for what people did for you. This is for what their action. They already did something, and then you thank them. You can do all of this in your brain, in your mind, without the other person being present. Okay. If you practice this long enough, I believe you will find your reaction to that person start to change. Okay. Jean raised her hand. So
yeah, I just want to do a quick comment because I think because most of us here are Chinese in our culture, so we don't really express our grateful in words verbally. I think actually in United States is very important. I think we actually it's very important. Even as a husband wife, you need to say thank you instead of if you say thank you to your wife or to your husband. People, this is for strangers. So I think that's one thing. And I still remember when I just started my job. Obviously I did my best, and the manager actually gave me a thank you card. I was shocked. So like, oh wow! So that's how the American people they really want to show the appreciation. So we really need to learn, adapt their culture. I think those is very important. So we are in United States, we have to follow their culture, their rules. I think this is very important to express ourselves, express our gratitude verbally instead of just I work harder, but you never say it out. So that's not good enough.
Right. And then the fact that you still remember that gesture.
Yeah, for sure. Because I was shocked because when I was in China, none of my boss gave me any thank you note, thank you card or anything like that. So I really appreciate that, So that's
So this proof that how important and how impactful, by say thank you and by praising people are. They have really long-term effect. You still remember this.
Yeah, it's like over 20 years ago. So I was like, so that's my first job in United States, and then, just, out of my habit, I would try my best, then it was like, it's just feel like it's my responsibility, nothing like out ordinary or outstanding, but somehow, my boss showed the appreciation, so I really, like that.
Yeah, and showing appreciation is important in every relationship. And so, you say, because we are in the United States, but actually, even in China, in Taiwan, if we start doing that, you are going to see very positive benefit too. Right.
Yeah, I think remember there's a book about 5 love languages. Some people really know how to express their love language. But some people use the action to show their appreciation. I think people different style. But I think it's good to learn to express ourselves verbally.
Right. Yeah. Thank you for you to mention the language of love. Right.
There are languages, yeah.
5 kinds of language of love, right? And verbal is only one of it, right? So service is the other one, and then the touch, those
physical
kind of
touch, yeah, physical touch.
Physical touch.
Affirmation, and physical touch. Active service. What else? Gift, and the quality time. 5 of them.
Yeah. Being a good company, just being with them. Yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, let me share. Share. Okay. When you say Chinese people, I thought you were going to say that I should also provide the Chinese version of the vocabulary, and I do have that here. Okay. Use this to find what people deserve, and then you will find out how powerful it is. Even if you just think about them with these positive words, your subconscious mind about them is changing. And later on, when you meet this person physically, you will find that your reaction to them has changed. Okay, so this is the important one. Okay, let me see what time is it now.
7:20 right now.
Yeah, okay. I have some practice session here, but because we don't really know each other, so this is just practicing the formality. So I think I will skip this practice, but I will leave this in the PowerPoint. I will send this PowerPoint to Lin, and he can send it to everyone, and then you can practice yourself. Okay. So now let's get to the summary here. Again, today I only talk about the top two, which the first one is about yourself, and then the second part is about relationship. Okay, so the summary here is, first of all, be a right person, man of character, be humble, harmless, but be wise and alert. We do not want to be gullible. We are sensitive, and to be able to tell whether the other people is harmful or not. Even though we want to be harmless to other people, but we don't want to be harmed by others. Okay. And then the second part is try to improve the subconscious goodwill. So which is the practicing slide I had. Practicing friendship account deposit. This in the journey to intimacy, Dr. Huang used a concept called love account. Love account. Love account is that if you in the daily life you already do the praise, do thank you. Your deposit in the love account increase, and that also means that your subconscious feeling toward that person is a positive one, is a friendly one. If in the daily life you have a lot of argument, a lot of attack, humiliation, those kind of things, then every time you do that, you withdraw from the love account. And many times it actually goes to the negative. So you are in debt in that account. And when you are in that situation, basically that's when you become defensive every time you run into that person. Okay. But by doing the practice, you actually can put deposit into it. So certainly the best way is that you can do it face to face, between spouses. You can do that. You just praise him or her in her face, right? In that case, not only you increase your goodwill toward the other person, the other person's love account also get increased. Okay, but even if you don't have the opportunity to do this face to face with the other person, if you just do it in your mind. Try to find words to praise him. Try to think of things that you can thank him or her. That's going to improve your part. And then when you are in face-to-face with that person, your attitude, your reaction to what he said will change. And he will notice that. And then consequently, he or she will also change. So this get into a we call the positive feedback loop. Okay. And the other thing is about the conscious part is to practice the empathetic listening. I use 3 R's. 3 R's. Repeat, rephrase, and represent. Okay. Okay. Here is the empathy vocabulary. It has a major category of emotions, like anger, disgust, sad, happy, surprise, fear, and then under each category, it has a finer classification, and then each of these has 2 more. So there are many words that you can use to express your own emotion or to help other people to express their emotion. If you can help other people to express their emotion, they will thank you. They will thank you because there are so many people who just cannot do that. I believe a bigger percentage of the male that doesn't have a good vocabulary. So it's so frustrating to them that they cannot even say their own emotion. That adds to more hurt. And there is a saying, say, 倾听就是医治。Listening has healing power. By listening and by helping them to channel out their feeling, channel out their emotion, it's already a healing in progress. Okay, so I hope that you can take this seriously and try to learn a lot of this and then apply in your life. And I believe it's going to help your communication. Okay. And because several people says communication is one of the purpose for them to join this class. So I hope this does help them in accomplish that goal. Okay. So I have some homework here. Familiarize yourself with the vocabulary of praise, emotion. Okay. And think of one person who you want to improve the relationship with. If possible, do the eye-to-eye, hand-in-hand praise and thank. If not possible, do it in your mind. Do find the sincere words to praise him or her from the provided chart. Or, if you can find some better words, not in that provided vocabulary, that's even better. Okay, those charts is just to give you a convenient way to start. But I believe if you practice this, it will be very powerful and very important to you. I hope that in some of our future student-led sessions, some of you can have feedback about whether this help you to improve some of your relationship or to help to improve your communication with other people. I would like to hear that, to hear the feedback. And if possible, to practice the empathetic listening with one person. Find one person to do that. You know, certainly to start with, you want to to practice this with some people who is a friend, who wouldn't frustrate you when you didn't do it well. Okay. But you know, once you practice this more and more, then you will find that, you know, when you communicate with other people, it becomes natural for you. Okay, so I think that's it for me today. We have about half an hour for Q&A. So let me stop. Share. Okay. Okay, I see a heart. Okay, great. Yeah. So anyone want to have some feedback now? Yeah, start with.
So I have a question. Just I think probably it's a good idea, so we can practice the homework. So I just want to ask all the mentees, you know, you guys want to do it with your family members, or you want to do it in between the you know, all the students, you know, so we get to know each other, and then, you know, so which way you guys want to do? You can put in the chat. And that's one thing, one question for you, so we can finish the homework, you know, make sure we practice what we learn instead of just listen and forget about it.
Right.
So how do you guys think about it?
We can finish the homework on the class.
Right now? You mean right now? Well, yeah, probably it's a good idea to divide to the small one-on-one, because they say it's a bit better, so like a one-on-one. So I try to because there's a mentor here too, you know. You guys want to just do it now, or you want to just go to the separate room? So just like one-on-one do it. What do you guys think about it? So we have like 5 people right now. I mean, we can, with all the people here, we can try to
normally we will divide into three people's room.
Okay.
The ABC and the A and B doing the practice.
Okay. Yeah, we can just randomly assign the room numbers, so we have like.
Yeah, so one thing I feel now we have all the mentors here. If we have questions, right? Let's let's try to get to them all their wisdoms, right? So before dividing up into smaller groups, right?
Yeah, that's
Can we
a good
have
idea.
Q&A first?
Yes. Yeah. So yeah, let's start with some question first.
Yeah. I have a question. Actually, this is a question in workplace. So as I mentioned, I'm a product manager, so I'm responsible for determining the features that our development teams will build. But recently, I received a request from account
Excuse me,
manager.
I just want to say, do you want me to stop the recording, or you are comfortable to record it?
It's okay.
It's
Yeah,
okay.
it's okay to record it. So I'm saying, yeah, I received a request from a customer and account manager, but because of other high priority tasks, our team is not able to accommodate that. So I already practiced active listening, empathetic listening, right? Explained all this, but there's a bottom line, right? Ultimately, the customer needs this feature, and we are not able to deliver in the time frame that the customer requested. So how can I, let's see, turn this around, because no matter what I said, I'm still not able to deliver. So that's the bottom line. Any suggestion?
Well, yeah, certainly. First, empathy doesn't mean you agree. You understand, but you doesn't have to agree with what they request. Yes, and then how to do that. Certainly, well, recently I saw some video, some YouTube, and the one guy, who always, who gave examples that he can turn a negative thing into a very positive saying. Okay, but in your case, I think you can say, yeah, we heard you. We know this is important to you, so certainly. But we have our schedule, we have our deadline to meet. So I cannot put this into this release. But we certainly would, consider it for the future ones. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. When I was in my startup, we do face this kind of request, and we just have to defer. We have to prioritize things, right? And then okay, so many of this will go into this release. Yeah.
Right. Exactly.
Actually, I would have one. Are you done, Minjie, or you have?
I'm done.
Okay. So
thank you.
So my kind of a little bit struggle is, so my current church here, we have English congregation, Chinese congregation, and then the Chinese congregation, the pastor, his English is really not that good, unfortunately. So there's communication barriers, so I was trying to say if I can be a bridge, help the English congregation people understand better, but then I realized one thing, because like I say, I consider I'm pretty thick-skinned people. I'm not easily get offended, but somehow when I talk with this Chinese pastor, I feel like I constantly feel like it put me down. I feel like I feel like this. So that's how the conflict comes. Plus, his personality, I understand, I respect him, I don't really know him that well. I respect him, but somehow, basically, it's not only my own personal opinion. I think it's a English congregation people. That's why they have so much frustration. Yeah, because it's hard to basically it's my way or a highway. Basically, that's the attitude. So that's my frustration. So right now I'm just trying to stay away from you. It's impossible for me to change you. I'm just staying away with that's my basically the way to deal with it. But I just want to know if you guys have any advice, how to deal with situation like that.
Sammy and Howard, do you have some advice?
Well, I am in the financial field. 20 years in Charles Schwab as a vice president. I manage the bottom line asset allocation, 200 billion. So usually the way of the American culture, communicate, always keep the bottom line objective first, then supporting. I want this, I want that. This is our goal. The reason why, then support. So Minjie, likewise, I want this goal. We have 20% to go. Okay. Someone not hit the target yet. Okay. Then support. How should we do? But the way of Chinese culture to communicate, always a tuning first. A tuning process, empathetic way, like David teaching us, always empathetic, oh, I know that it's not easy. I am in your shoe. This is not a way of Silicon Valley or American culture communicate. Always bottom line first, objective. So the way to communicate with English congregation, likewise, as a pastor, a Chinese pastor, what do you want? What can I help? What is your objective? What is the bottom line? And then supporting. This is the way of the communication. But Chinese way, or always attuning. Oh, I know you. It's not easy. I know it's tough. I know. Always attuning. You're not helping. You're not helping. You are only in the lips. Grace. So I'm trying to paint a picture is empathetic way. It's okay for the relationship wise. But the question you encounter is the bottom line. It's a transactional. It's a goal-oriented. It's performance-driven. So you have to be very good balance, right? One is relational conversation. One is performance-driven conversation. So how do you pick up a good point? That also regarding to the culture of the company. You go to Google, work at the team, come back on Saturday, come back on Sunday. They don't give you harsh language, but they want you to come back to work as a team. It's different culture. So anyway, I'm trying to paint a picture. Mainstream always give the bottom line objective. I want this. Supporting. So supporting always encourage language. But Mentor David share with us, it's an empathetic way to enhance the relationship. It's different. It's different. Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Basically, what I said was that you improve the relationship will ease the way the transaction, right? I think Howard do agree with that. Again, that's 有关系就没关系，没关系就有关系哈。Yeah. So relationship between two persons are easy. No, I mean are important, and they can help the transaction part, but they are not the only thing. When you have to say no, you still have to say no, right?
Right.
Yeah.
I guess my comment to that part would be back to Mingjia's question. I think you're not going to change the fact that you can't deliver what they want. But what you can, so you got to adjust your expectation differently. So your expectation is not going to be a happy customer in this incident. It can be done. They won't be happy. If you were them, you won't be happy. But however, maybe you can set a goal is they don't lose trust in you because of this incident, right? That's exactly what Dave was talking about, the trust. Think about why we think the best way to land a job is through referral. That's because trust. You trust those people who trust you so that whoever he or she refer, will gain a favor in you. That's called trust. So to me, you would disappoint them, but you don't want to lose their trust. I think that should be the goal. That would be my suggestion. And I think that's a very good application of what David taught us today, because that's the mentality, the mindset of if people start to distrust you, I'm sorry, you can't do nothing about that. So you don't want to lose that.
Right.
I guess that's my comments here.
Right.
Great point. Right. So keep building relationships, right?
Right.
Build trust between
If I may
me
add
and the
one
other.
more comments, there will be the outcome of the meeting has been determined because it's determined by your relationship trust.
Right.
In this occasion, especially, you know the outcome, the result is bad. There's nothing wrong. You can't go around that. You have to, you may be the messenger very well to be shoot. But the fact is, if your relationship support, then you can make this meeting to be a kind of a very different type of conversation, whatever. It depends. Yeah, that's my view.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank
And
you.
I still want to get back to the question Jin asked about the the relationship between the EM and the CM pastors, right? Looks like the Chinese. So the Chinese ministry pastor is the senior pastor of the church.
Well, actually, right now they don't really have a senior pastor. They have a transitional senior pastor, and then I think here Los Angeles, there's more Chinese. I think Chinese congregation has more more members, and then English congregation, this church has been here for it's a Lutheran church. It's been for years. Like previously, the Lutheran Church English congregation very strong. They have like 3 service, and then a lot of Caucasian people moved out of the community because Asian people come in, and then so they lose lots of members. So right now the English congregation is very small, and then senior pastor is actually supposed to be English congregation, and then so anyway, so there's some frustration.
Yeah. Okay. So the dynamics there is yeah. I yeah.
Yeah. The other one thing I think that in my career I can chip in to have a good balance of relational influence and performance-driven influence. I think I learned in the past 30 to almost 40 years. I think a cup of coffee or breakfast always enhance to find a good point. So, for example, Min Jae, you have some team leader is not hit the goal. So invite him or invite her to have coffee or breakfast. Usually I have the practice to build the relationship and build the trust, but at the same time deliver the goal to him. I think that President Donald Trump is a good example. He is a very performance-driven person, but he also practices relationship. Oh, Xi Jinping is my good friend. It's a good leader. It's a good balance. You know that? It's a good sell real estate in New York is the top job. Right? He practiced about 50 years, right? Very performance driven. But he flew to Hong Kong in 1989 to raise the fund. He know how to handle Asian too. So relationship building is also his strength. So anyway, I'm trying to become our good strategy. A cup of coffee, a breakfast, always enhance your relationship. Okay.
Yeah. Jin just said that you try to be the peacemaker between the EM and the CM pastors, but you find the CM pastor make it difficult, right? Yeah. What I just taught is that, when you try to praise one person, basically you will put yourself in his or her own shoes. So, probably the attitude has some problem, but he might have some reason behind his behavior, even though it doesn't sound like a humble pastor.
Yeah, I think everybody's like we're all sinners, I understand nobody's perfect, so he has his style. I
Right.
think it's pretty much like Chinese style, even though he has been here for years. I think it's his godly mind, and he, I don't think it's, just the way, feel like I'm pastor, I know more Bible. I mean, I'm not just my assumption, but I think just somehow, like for example. So the school is struggling, it's all old, because like Chinese congregation people, most of them, they cannot speak English, they have a Lutheran school, so so the one of the lady sister invited me to be on the school board, which is okay. So I have time, I'm willing to contribute, I'm very appreciate Lutheran school because I got my assistantship when I was graduate school. So I just joined them, try to help as much as I can. And this pastor comes and said, "Oh, you didn't get my permission to be the school board." I'm like, "What? I haven't get the permission?" Because for me, I have been in the United States for over 20 years. This is like I don't get to pay for this. I'm doing volunteer job. Why I get to get permission from you? And I'm not even the official member in this congregation. So I feel like I have freedom to do whatever I want. Especially I'm not doing something hurt the church. So I'm like, I don't understand that mindset.
So, Jean, can I ask you a question? Maybe I'm sorry for being slow here. What is the problem you try to solve?
Well, I'm trying to just hope so hopefully they have more peace, basically two congregation. So I feel like English congregation are very frustrated and they have some, lots of,
Yeah, I got a context. I guess my summary is that you try to be a peacemaker and you run into challenges. And so therefore, what is the problem you try to solve? There's two different things. You're describing a situation, but that's different from the problem you want to solve.
Well,
So
right now I feel
you.
like there's nothing I can do. I just have to pray for God, because I feel for me, I'm just trying to stay away from him and then, let God take in charge, It's nothing I can do because our church has lots of problems I have been different churches, this is the first church, I feel like so much issues, there's nothing I can do. It's out of my hand, it's out of my control,
Maybe I can suggest one goal.
Yeah.
Because the goal would drive the problem. I know your original goal is to be a peacemaker. That involves two parties, right? And then the fact that you are, and whether I may have the peace mindset or determination or will or capability to be the peacemaker, maybe I have, but whether I can be a successful peacemaker does not count on me alone. In order for me to be a successful peacemaker, I need to get the trust of both parties. Right? So if I ask this, so that you see the end goal is there. If you're so frustrated, you might want to give up, right? It's none of my business. I wash my hands. But I can suggest you to back off, to set a first milestone. The first milestone is to build a trust. Again, that's what David taught us today, right? Can you say your milestone instead of try to solving the problem between them? Just try to build a trust with one of them. I don't even want you to do two milestones. For me, there's only one thing at a time. So make a pick, pray about God, pray to God to see who you should build a trust first, and use that as your first goal. Maybe that would be a clear goal. So that way, with greatly simplified question, you can make progress and a good milestone. That would be my pick. Okay.
Yeah, that's a very good point. I think I want to build a trust with the English congregation people because I think it's easier for me. I feel like I have much easier communication with them instead of Chinese people there. Anyway, that's
okay. Okay. Looks like we are running out of time to do the practice here. So still, I would like to ask everybody to do their own practice. And I see that Jill sent out a fairly long chat here. So I would actually like Jill to just tell us what you would try to accomplish in your chat.
Okay. Hi everybody. Again, welcome, and we have a lot of good discussion, and I think we can really continue to think about it, and then raise our next question to the next meeting for